Before I dive into the dynamic of what it's like being attracted to a narcissist, or the structure of the relationship between somebody and the narcissist, I'm going to explore something that I think is fascinating. And this requires me to get a little bit vulnerable, and it's kind of challenging for me. I mean, I've been vulnerable in all these videos, so I guess that's really nothing new. But it's kind of challenging for me to talk about this because it's just a little bit different. For a majority of my life, I didn't really see myself as somebody that had needs, right? What do I mean by that? I mean the very simple structure of when two people are in a relationship. Well, I mean, just fundamentally, foundationally, every single individual in life from birth has needs, right? When you're in childhood, somebody else takes care of those needs. In this case, though, in the case of being in a relationship with a narcissist or multiple narcissists, the person in your childhood may have not taken care of your needs, be it physical, mental, emotional, psychological, whatever it was, right? But getting back to what I was saying before, previously in life, I didn't really believe or know that I had needs, right? I'm not going to get into the logistics, the details as to why that was, because boundaries are important to me. But the fascinating thing is that for somebody who either doesn't believe they have needs or doesn't know they have needs, or that person learned to just cater to everyone else's needs, to give in to everyone else's needs, right? These are the types of people that are attracted to narcissists. These are the type of people that didn't get certain needs met when they were younger, right? And they learned a very specific dynamic, which is what I would argue to be an unhealthy dynamic in all relationships, not just romantic, but also platonic as well. And that dynamic is that person A gives and gives and gives and gives and gives and gives to person B. Person B takes and 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 takes. Person A is unaware of any potential needs that they might have, usually, oftentimes, because of how they were raised, right? Person B is absolutely not interested at all in any potential needs that person A might have. Person B literally thinks that they are at the absolute center of the fucking universe. Person A gives and gives and gives and gives and gives and gives and gives. When you are attracted to narcissists, it's because, I mean, I'm not going to tell you exactly why. If you are attracted to narcissists, I'm not going to tell you exactly why you are. Because the very reason that you might be attracted to narcissists, if you are, could be the reason or the reasons that I'm going to say. But it could also not be. You know, people are attracted to different people for different reasons. I'm not here to give a, I see social media do this all the time where they're like, this is the reason why you do this or why you do that or why you're attracted to this. No, I'm going to call fucking red flag massive bullshit on that because I don't buy that stuff. There's not one single pill for everyone. There's not just cookie cutter one size fits all for everyone. From what I've learned, a person is usually attracted to a narcissist or narcissists in general because they didn't learn to have a healthy sense of conscious awareness in regards to their needs. And that's usually because some of their needs or all of their needs were not met growing up, right? And actually, they learned to abandon themselves consistently over and over again to show up and cater to the needs of other people. People that were seemingly incapable of taking care of themselves, right? So yeah, when you're attracted to a narcissist, it's likely because you abandon yourself, you were taught to abandon yourself, and you were taught to just give in to them over and over again. The fascinating thing about narcissists is that the way that the relationship starts, whether it's platonic or romantic, is there's like a phase in the very beginning of love bombing, right? Because, see, the fascinating thing, from what I've learned, a majority of people that end up in relationships, whether platonic or romantic, with narcissists, they are empathic, right? But they have a very serious, deep, and specific wound from childhood that the narcissist ends up showing up to. And it's like, I know exactly what to do to get this person hooked to me, right? I need to tell them that they are attractive because they probably learned that they are an ugly, worthless piece of shit that doesn't deserve anything good. So I'm going to shower them in love. I'm going to reel them in, right? And it's wild, too, because the dynamic is like a perfect puzzle, right? But it's not healthy. So when I say it's like a perfect puzzle, it's important to be careful when I say that, because I'm not here saying that people should go and have these relationships. They're very oftentimes draining, because if the person, if the empath in the situation, not to say that the narcissist isn't empathic, I don't really know. I wouldn't say that they are, but the empath deeply craves that. They crave what they never had, right? Or whoever it is, a person, whoever the person is in the relationship with a narcissist, whether platonic or romantic, for a fucking reason. And oftentimes, well, I would probably say never, actually. You're not going to find a person that is actually healthy. When I say healthy, I mean mentally, emotionally, psychologically, with a narcissist, because a relationship with a narcissist is very much so a one-way fucking street. They do not give a flying fuck about your needs. Why? Well, one, because they think that they're at the center of the universe. Two, you didn't really learn that you had needs. So you're not going to present them. So it's going to be a one-way street. It's going to be a one-way show of this narcissist demanding everything, right? And shit, of course, you're just going to give and give and give and give because you've been used to that dynamic, right? The fascinating thing about being in a relationship with a narcissist, again, whether platonic or romantic, is that there will never be enough. It's never good enough, ever. You can give and give and give and give and give, and there will always be more that you'll need to give, right? It's just it's a soul-sucking experience. It really is. When you're in a relationship, or when you're attracted to narcissists, it's really important to do some self-reflection to see why you're attracted to them, to understand yourself. It's a really good opportunity to really like look at yourself. Like, here's this person who you give and give and give and give and give to, and nothing's ever good enough for them. And where's the bottom? Where is the bottom? That's a good question. The answer? There isn't a bottom. You can pour your entire fucking life into that cup. There is no bottom. You're gonna pour for the rest of your life, and you're gonna drain yourself. Narcissists are very interesting because they're very good at pulling people in. In the very initial stage, what you experienced, that's gone. that's completely gone. So they get you hooked there, and then they keep you, and then But yeah, I mean, it's very challenging. You often find narcissists in terrible situations, and then of course if you're an empath, which empaths tend to very oftentimes be attracted to narcissists, because again empaths learned to abandon themselves for everyone else. Hey, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? What about me? No, there is no what about me. There's what about everyone else, and there's never time for the self, right? And so that's basically like the perfect puzzle piece for this entire equation, right? And it's just like, if anyone's ever been in a relationship with a narcissist or been attracted to a narcissist, the struggle is real. But I think it's important to ask yourself why you're there, right? Is there something in childhood that you didn't get that this person is giving you? Is the person still giving it to you? Has it worn off? What is it? Why are you there? What are you doing? Right? It really is, it's fascinating.